Hi, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your friend Han here, and it is absolutely great to see you here this afternoon. And today I'm very excited to have Vas back with us on behalf of Precious. All right, so and he's going to be here to share a brand new traffic source that everybody tend to ignore for a long time, but it's been getting very popular, hidden silently on the background. Not many marketers are on it. So if you're a smart marketer, if you are one of those people who know that you always want to be one step ahead of everyone else, this is probably going to be the most important interview you're going to watch, and you want to learn just free traffic sources. So here's my hook right there, right? And at the end of this interview, Vas is going to introduce a software that's really going to automate the entire process for you. Okay, all right. So has something to do with the Google, and this has something to do with the social marketing. All right, I'm just giving that hint right now. So before we get into the excitement here, let's kind of learn how Vas got started with the internet marketing, and most importantly, what did he do exactly to achieve a level of success that he has today. So Vas, could you kind of take over the mic, share your unique internet marketing story with us today?
Sure, Han. Thanks a lot for having me. Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
Excellent. So my internet marketing start was in college. I was in my dorm and I needed a job. And all of my friends were scrambling for jobs, looking for internships, even taking unpaid work. And I thought that that just wasn't good enough. I mean, I couldn't make ends meet without money coming in. And there were basically wait lists for these free positions where you would have to slave away under somebody for 4 to 6 hours a day, 3 to 4 days a week, and not get paid. I mean, there would be stipends for like transportation and such, but it just wasn't enough to cover anything. So I needed an alternative.
Yeah.
And from just my basic high school education, I've known of pyramid schemes and all of these sketchy scams going on the internet. So it took me a little bit of time to get over my fear and my anxiety of what's out there. And it was actually one person who introduced me to internet marketing and kind of showed me the bright side of it and showed me how much value there is in educating others about marketing and educating consumers about the products that they can consume, and educating companies in the types of messages that they could kind of report out there. And so I've majored in communications. I've done 4 years of college learning this, just being involved in it both academically with my curriculum and professionally with my work. So that's kind of where I come from, and that's what my experience has been. I've worked with over a dozen companies, worked with some nonprofits. I believe I have a lot to offer to just about anybody out there who has just about any message out there.
Right. So it's great experience here. So I never asked you this, but to knowing what you're knowing today, would you ever go out there to find a real job, or would you kind of do what you do right now?
It's a great question. My father actually asks me that all the time. He's asking, where are you trying to work after college? Because he has no idea about internet marketing and what it's all about. And so I've sort of slowly been showing him different aspects of it. But there's a lot. There's a lot to absorb. There's lots to learn, and there's always new things coming out. It's a very exciting field. It's a very young field. And I almost feel like the quantum physicist of internet, not to try to like sound arrogant or anything like that, but seems like there's always new knowledge. There's always new articles about the new and improved thing, the new thing that helps you get leads, help you get subscribers, helps businesses make more money. So if I can connect the business with their target audience and can be in the middle right there, like that's right where I want to be. And from that kind of point of view is that's where my whole college career came from. And I'm very excited to see what's going to happen afterwards. I have just a few more credits left to graduate, and I'll be out and ready for the real world in August. So that's pretty exciting. Have no prospects for a real job, to be honest. Just want to kind of stick to internet marketing. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people, what's ironic is they've been to the college, getting degrees, who are watching this, and they have the job experience, and now they're watching this to get out of their job. So that's why I asked you that question. To knowing what the potential internet marketing can do for you, would you? I mean, definitely get your degrees, because you can always go back and get another job, right? And
Right.
I think but I was wondering, are you gonna just kind of trying to when you get off the degree, are you gonna try and do a full-time internet marketing, see how these where you're gonna take you, which I think you should, from my personal opinion. I've seen some amazing things you have done so far, and then instead going for jobs. So that's what makes that interesting. So you have to basically have two full-time jobs here. With the college you can finish the degree, and with internet marketing, and I mean it's ever learning field. So that's the university. It never stops. I'm still learning
Right.
every single day, right? So and that's kind of what bring us here today to talk about this new traffic source. It's absolutely free, and a lot of people ignore it, and which is a huge advantage for those who listen to this right now. So what would it be? Top advice for someone who just joined internet marketing, hasn't find a place for themselves to making money yet. Well, what would it be some of the great advice you can give it to them that at least point them to the right direction? What should they focus on?
I would say try one thing at a time and kind of take it slow. There's no need to dive into it. I
Mm-hmm.
know for sure I didn't dive into it. I started building websites way before I got interested in internet marketing, and that certainly helped. But that was just one small component of it. Now, if you're an internet marketer who doesn't know how to build websites,
Mm-hmm.
then you're not unique, right? There are other people out there who also don't know how to build websites, but they still do internet marketing. So it's almost like building a puzzle, but everyone has different pieces to it, and you can still
Mm-hmm.
get the whole picture just with different components.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have certain experiences that you can leverage to make it easier on you, then that's great. But if you don't, and you're starting out with absolutely no work experience whatsoever, if you are a college student, if you're a high school student even, I would say take it slow, learn one thing at a time, and just read up on a lot of stuff. Because there are ultimately an infinite amount of opinions, an infinite amounts of points of view. And there's no right or wrong answer unless you are wasting money that you don't have, or you're wasting people's time that they frankly shouldn't be giving you. If you are giving people a good offer, and if you're giving them a good price, and if the offer is risk-free, and if you are, helping them feel good about themselves, and if you're helping them get what they need and want, you're doing a good job. If you're not meeting those criteria, then you're not. It might sound daunting, but as you start out slowly, you learn how to do these things one at a time. You don't fail that often to really get discouraged because you're only doing one thing at a time and not a million. And so it becomes sort of a lifestyle that perpetuates itself. I'm sure that that's something that will resonate with a lot of internet marketers out there.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do it all, and you can't do it all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're talking about multitasking a lot, and we're talking about getting many things done at once.
Mm-hmm.
But unless you've done it manually, and unless you've done it manually a million times, you're not going to be great at multitasking with it. So just take
Yeah.
your time to learn one thing, and
Yeah.
then worry about systemizing. That was my problem at first. I'm a systems-oriented kind of person, and I want things to work fast, and I want them to work right away.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't do that. You can't run before you learn how to walk. So
Right. Right.
that was my issue, and I had to get over that. And it took me a really long time. So if there's something you can take away from, watching this interview, it's this: don't try to run before you can walk.
Right, right, and that's very important. By the way, are you doing better than your classmates because you're in internet marketing? Because they still working at probably minimum wage jobs, or nothing wrong with that, by the way, because it builds character for working hard. And are you kind of by doing internet marketing, are you kind of as far as financial, are you in a better position than they are?
I don't know if I'm in a better financial position, seeing
Hmm.
as I have tens of thousands of dollars in student debt loans.
Oh, okay.
College in the U.S. is very expensive, and my parents had actually moved to America from Russia
Mm,
about 11 years ago.
mm.
So we didn't have the traditional college fund saved up that American parents typically do
I don't
for
think we
their
will. I
children
don't
since they
think
were
your
born.
American parents does that. It's very expensive here.
It's a super expensive thing to do, and you just can't afford it without student loans
Mhm,
or without lifetimes of savings.
mhm,
And again, my parents haven't been saving up since I was a little baby because I was born in Russia, where college is free. You're
mhm.
not expected to be saving for college. That's the case in many countries, but in America, unfortunately, it's tens of thousands of dollars every year.
Mhm.
And that's the same in medicine. It's the same in lots of fields. Things are very expensive, so it's easy to rack up debt. and I'm at a point where I'm able to cover student debt at a comfortable rate, and
Good.
I'm able to kind of project for my future. I'm able to not feel uncertainty. I know lots of college graduates feel uncertain about
Right.
where they're going to work or what they're going to do or what industry they want to do. And especially seeing as I'm a communications major, there's a kind of a preconception about it that it's the philosophy major. It's something that you do when you don't know what you want to do, or it's the BS major. But
Right.
actually, I learned quite a bit of information applicable directly to this internet marketing experience.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
what's cool about it is that communication has a lot of money involved in it that we don't think about. I mean,
Right.
think about CNN. Think about how much money there is in news.
Mm-hmm.
Think about how much money there is in printing brochures.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, think about how much money there is in making websites
Mm-hmm.
and creating unique social media profiles and making graphics. I mean, and that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Mm-hmm.
And all of that has to do with communication. So think of every poorly made brochure you've ever encountered. Think of every crappy website you've ever landed on. It could have probably used the help of a comm major. You know what I mean? So if
Mm-hmm.
communication is something that you value until you don't have it, right?
Right.
You see it when it's there because content makes sense. But if you're reading a terribly written article, you're like, who wrote this? And why is this in my inbox? Spam. And you want to delete it right away. You don't want to read content that wasn't cared for.
Yeah.
So in things like business, people want to look like they care. So that's why communications education is so important. And yeah, I went to college to get it. Yeah, I don't feel like I had to go to college to get it. But nonetheless, education is something that can't be taken away from you, and that's why I value it. I feel like I've had a unique experience here at the University of Maryland. I'm here in College Park, eastern shore of the United States, and I'm very happy that this is the college I've chosen. It's taught me lots. It's given me a unique experience, and it's set me on a very successful path with internet marketing. I've
Cool.
had many partners who have been high school dropouts
Mm-hmm.
and who are doing far superior results than compared to mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I could only aspire to be like them. But again, it's a very time consuming and it's very busy. So I hope to deliver the best work I could possibly deliver in the amount of time that I have.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much my story.
Cool. Awesome, awesome. That's great. I think you already step ahead because a lot of people don't get to the student loan until they get a real job. That's when they started paying off. So you already way step over people. And if you study successful people, they're a master communicator. All right, just that's the key there. They're a master communicator, either for the customer or internal organization as well. Because if you have a communication breakdown, hell's gonna break loose. So we need the people like you. And-
Yeah.
and- go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm agreeing. It's just that being a good orator certainly helps you work in teams. That's for sure.
Yeah, yeah. See, that's my challenge. Maybe I'll pick your brain on that later, right after the interview.
Can I just say, by the way, you're a stellar orator. I've been watching your interviews for about, what, 6 to 7, 8 months now, and I learn something new every day. It's just amazing how much new knowledge people bring to you and to your show.
Right. Thank you for that comment. And well, let's talk about traffic here for a second. Let's talk about this new thing that. Well, by the way, you hear behalf of Precious, and he couldn't make it here today, and so he has went out there testing stuff. He had to find this kind of, well, I wouldn't say this is brand new, but it's the things that we tend to ignore. Well, in that sense, it's kind of new to us that everybody kind of ignore, but it's actually a huge traffic source there. He had to fix something out. Can you kind of give us what that is and talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I was wondering for a second what you were talking about, but then I realized you're talking about Google Plus. You're talking about the new social media network that Google is trying to actually model after Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook has come out on the stock market and has done huge things. And if you're out there watching the show, you may have actually seen a lot of Facebook-related marketing products out there. A lot of services, a lot of software products, things that focus on getting Facebook links and fan pages out to people. And Facebook is just one of many, many, many social networks. And one of the second biggest ones, obviously after Twitter, would be Google Plus.
Hmm.
Google Plus is a social media network by Google They have their bottom line as their top interest, just like Facebook does. So they're sort of in this competition to see who's going to be at the top. And it's a very exciting competition for us marketers because we get to be on top of both. We get to captivate the audience on Facebook and on Google+. And there's a lot of hype right now about Facebook, and not enough hype, I feel like, about Google+. I'm not here to blow up any hype about Google+. I'm just here to kind of talk about it and to say that it is the underdog in the social media arena. It's pretty much directly linked to Google. I mean, Google usually has to go to the far reaches of the internet to grab content and index it, and it takes days, sometimes weeks even, to get a fan page up in the search results. But with Google+, you don't have to worry about search rankings. You're already in Google. So there are these unique elements about it, and they're not being discussed, and that's what I hope to discuss with you today.
So I think Google, maybe by I think when is Google Plus started, about a year or 2 years ago, I think, if I recall correctly, they'd be like, oh crap, here's a Facebook. So they kind of like, hey, we need to build something like this. They realized that people are gonna find more valuable information inside of Facebook because they got that social pull. For example, if you want to find a local plumbing, they want to go to Facebook to find it, and because you already have those fans and people like it, so there's instant social proof. So they're gonna start losing that traffic to Facebook. So they're like almost gonna probably crap their pants or something. Well, we're gonna do catch up. So they're building this, Google Plus and Google Community, which we're gonna talk a little bit in a minute, to kind of catch up. And they haven't done some, I would say, some really amazing stuff. But the Google things is they kind of force you to adopt, right? So like, for example, I ran a YouTube channel. If you have a YouTube channel, you know that probably start about beginning of this year. They force you to be part of the Google Plus page. Now, that might be just little things, but if you look at it from a marketer perspective, you want to step back. What is Google trying to do here? Why is he forcing me on the Plus page? Well, they want to build another Google version of Facebook. That's what they're trying to do here. And
Absolutely.
and as smart marketers, and we know Google keep out there, buying companies, and YouTube was bought by Google, and we know that Google, like, when you display as search results, who's the heck is going to display? They're going to display their own stuff, right? So if you step back and think a little bit further down the line, do you think Google is most likely going to display Google Plus page content, or they're going to display, at least in the Google search engine, Facebook content? I think they're going to go with, once they have the Google Community, Google Plus fully developed, you're gonna see a lot more Google Plus content.
That's a good point. I haven't thought about that.
Showing up. And because they want to have that social traffic as well. They want to have that social proof as well. That's why, if you're looking from the SEO point of angle, is that you need social proof to rank your website now, right? So in a sense, that's where the Google Plus come from. So in a lot of times, if you just post a content to your Google Plus page and send some social bookmark link to it, you're going to see that thing instantly be up on the Google search engine. That's not by accident. That's all systematically programmed out by Google, step by step. They got a stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. I don't know what stage they're in, but that's coming. That's so. As a smart internet marketer, you really have to position yourself right. So don't just put your content in the Facebook. I mean, that's all good because that's where the traffic everybody's talking about. But don't forget about this giant potential traffic here that's already being in the background, kind of hitting, building up a huge momentum here. And would you want to be the guy that missing all that huge opportunity, or would you want to be the one that one step of everybody else, so you get all the traffic, while your competition of just focus on some other arenas? I say we need to be.
Essentially, I feel like what's going to happen is that Google Plus will be ready for prime time, and it will pretty much phase out Facebook, much the same way that Facebook phased out MySpace. If you remember, MySpace was the key social media network, as was pretty much LiveJournal. There was that's another one that was huge internationally. There was LiveJournal.com. Before MySpace, there was Xanga.com, Xanga.com. It was a blogging software that was kind of overgrown then by WordPress.
Hmm.
Now everyone has WordPress blogs and blog spots, and I feel like that's what Google Plus is poised to do. I mean, they are perfectly positioned right there at the cusp of change, where Facebook is going to be saturated by marketers, and right now there are plenty of articles already out in media about how younger users are choosing other apps in favor of Facebook. So they're spending actually less time using Facebook and more time using these other apps. I'm talking about Snapchat, Instagram, Tumblr, and all these other social media websites that are letting younger audiences specifically find a more satisfying avenue for socializing. So if Google is able to figure out a way to release this at just the right time, man, they're going to hit it out of the park.
Right, right. So I think, I mean, obviously we don't know who's going to win at the end, but but what we can say is that if there's somebody going to take out Facebook, hypothetically, it's probably going to be Google community. So, but as a smart marketer, that's why you want to have your presence in both a big, potential markets, so that when something like that happens, you're not going to be devastated. Well, Facebook is no longer the traffic source. Well, what are you gonna do? Well, I'm okay. I'm with the Facebook community. That's booming. So it's I guess in finance is called the don't put the one egg in one basket, right? You gotta
Right.
you're gonna have to have different eggs to diversify the risk. That's what we call it. So and so let's talk about not we are kind of talking theory here and talking about things here. But Precious and his team actually went out there, test the traffic. Talk about some of the results that he's getting.
So he's tested out a bunch of different social media networks, and he's figured out a way to get instant traffic to any link without having to get any SEO rankings, without having to get any videos ranked, or doing any of that long-term work. So if you have a website, or if you have a CPA offer, or if you have a fan page that you want to promote, or if you have a blog, or any other sort of content out there, you can make it so that hundreds of people see it instantly without having to actually sit there and look at your time and think about how long is it going to be until I'm finally in the top 3 of Google, because that's where 85% of all the organic attention really goes to. It's the top 3 results. Okay, so if you're not in the top 3, you're already missing most of those organic searches. But with this, you don't need it.
Right. So, but by the way, if you are doing organic search, by the way, there's nothing wrong with SEO because it takes some time, but in some cases, it's actually worth it. But you're the one gonna know that. I don't know that. So, if you're doing SEO and while you're waiting the web page to coming up in 2-3 months, or I don't know how long it takes. Sometimes it takes a month, sometimes it takes 6 months. It's great to add on this strategy while you're waiting, because Google want to see traffic to your website, right? So it's kind of catch-22 here for a brand new website. You don't have traffic, they're not gonna like you, but how the hell am I gonna get traffic if I'm not ranking yet? So you gotta get initial traffic. This is a great source, and plus it's free way to get the initial traffic, so Google can see, hey, there's people come to here every single day, and this traffic has been growing by the day. Maybe this is a more important page than the page I already rank up there. Then your page actually ranking faster.
Absolutely. And with Google, again, there's no having to reach your arm out and grab that content from somewhere out on the web. It's right there on Google. How cool is that? That's like if Facebook was the central search engine that everyone used, and you had the most popular fan page ever. Well, you're already on on that fan page. You already own it, and people already use Facebook for all their searches. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Everyone's using Google for all their searches. So that's why it's so important to be right then and there for all of the traffic that's coming through the top 3. Okay, for all those long-term key phrases, you could be in the top 3. But again, that's long-term SEO work. With Google Plus, you're able to get traffic to your page instantly. And that solves that catch-22. I mean, when Google has to decide what's the most relevant content for this key phrase, they're going to see that a bunch of people from their own communities have landed on your page. So that'll kind of help you perpetuate.
Especially from a community that's related to the niche. So that's very, very powerful.
Absolutely. It's all laser targeted, because people who are talking about quantum physics aren't going to be talking about vacuum cleaners. You
Yeah,
know
and
what
they're
I
not gonna
mean?
click on
It's
that stuff, and you don't want
right.
to do that either. So you don't want to be a spammer on the Plus page or the community page. So a lot of people know about Google Plus. What Google Plus is just like almost just if you look at the Facebook, it's like fan page, right? So that's, I guess that's an equivalent of it. But what is
Right.
Google Community? What is Google Community? I don't think a lot of people know about Google Community actually exist. All right, so talk about what is Google Community and how does it work, and how is it work versus, I guess the closest thing we can talk equivalent about is Facebook. So how just kind of educating people who's listening to this a little bit here.
Basically, in the real world, if you want to have a bunch of people who are all excited about one particular topic, you would gather in a club or an organization. Well, a Google Circle is sort of like that. It's when you find yourself sharing a bunch of content with people regularly, you will kind of gravitate towards the same content. So there's actually a great explanation of Google Communities on their website, and I just want to read you a quick quote
Okay.
off of their page that I've pulled up. It says, "Join public communities. No matter what you're into, there are people on Google Plus who share your interests. Search for public communities across the topics you're passionate about and join the conversation. You'll be learning new things and making friends in no time." So think of like the concept of the hashtag. What did the hashtag do for Twitter? Well, it allowed people to narrow down topics of conversation so that people from all around the world could be discussing the same thing, not be affiliated by blood, by relatives, by friends, but still be part of the same thread. Well, that's sort of what Google has adapted and blended in with the Facebook group approach. Okay, so it's like having a community of like-minded people out there who are all passionate about the same thing, but without the hashtags to identify them. Now, there are names to communities. There are certainly identifying characteristics, but again, there's no need to kind of post a status update or a tweet or anything like that. It's a way for you to get your friends involved. It's a way for you to share any kind of content you want to share, and it's a way for you to keep up with what's latest and what's the newest.
Right, and Google has this one thing that Facebook does not have, and it's very powerful. And I want to kind of take a couple minutes to talk about it. That is called the Google Circle. And once you add people, join your circle, you can pretty much message them every day or every hour if you like, if they're in your circle. And that is something that Facebook don't have. And by using tool like this, you're gonna add more people to your circle as well as byproduct, not as main focus of the product, but as byproduct. So it's almost like growing your fan base in a way. And they also have ad network, just like Facebook ad network. It's already there, and not many people talk about how to use it either. So you can see the trending is happening as happening. So the good news, also the bad news at the same time, is that if you not position yourself right, if you totally ignore this another huge social traffic here, free social traffic here, you're gonna miss huge opportunity. You're gonna be almost catching up with everybody else. But at this beginning phase, if you step ahead and learn how to use this traffic, you're gonna be one step, 10 step ahead of everybody else. You know how much Facebook has done for you. For those who watching this out, um, this could be the next huge potential for you guys. So I mean, right now we don't know who's gonna win. So it's the best just put your eggs on both basket.
I think it's really the evolution of marketing, and I think it has the potential to eradicate spam. And here's why. I mean, when you think of spam, one of the things that comes to my mind, for example, are those sketchy Canadian pharmacy ads, right? They're going to sell you all sorts of enhancement products, all sorts of wonderful prescription painkillers that are probably fake to begin with, but anyway, it's the most annoying kinds of spam ever because it's irrelevant. No
Mhm.
one wants to see it. And I think that marketers are going to gravitate towards this idea of niche targeting. Okay, because no one wants to read Viagra spam, right? No one wants to see Cialis messages in their inbox. Well,
Unless
they're
those
going to
people
have to
who need
figure
it,
it out because
some
most
people need those. Some people need those. Honestly, they want it.
Well, I'm sure if they're sending it out, yes, somebody
Some
wants
people on the internet need those.
eventually.
That's in fact what I use the internet for. They don't want to tell everybody else about
And you crack me up.
it.
But
Don't
I'm
use it
saying
for
that
powerful
if you want to
marketing.
promote something, then you are gonna want to use this kind of niche targeted marketing and not spam, because
Right.
those are going to be residual customers. Those are going to be people who are genuinely interested in what you have to offer. If they're not, they're going to unsubscribe. They're going to leave your circle. They're not going to feel like they're obliged to stay in for any reason whatsoever. So
Yeah.
if you are building genuine relationships with genuine people, selling genuine products,
Hmm.
why shouldn't you be rich? Why shouldn't you make all the money in the world? I mean, we're talking about internet marketing as a for-profit business here. We're talking about connecting others with their customers, or connecting yourself with your customers.
Hmm.
Even if you don't have a business, even if you've never built a website, who's to say that you can't help a local bar out? Who's to say you can't go out and help the local grocery store or the local pizza restaurant that's struggling with sales? Right? There's always some business out there that is struggling with sales and isn't hitting quota. Or a business that just wants to exceed it, not by 5%, not by 10%, but by 50%. Who's to say you couldn't be the person to make it happen? But to make it happen, you kind of have to know what's going to happen in the future. And so that's why it's so important what you've been talking about, Han. It's so important to know where the evolution of internet marketing is going towards.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
Google Plus is certainly competing for the top spot. And like you said, we don't know who's going to win, but it's certainly
It has
exciting to
to,
be in the midst of that competition.
I think it has a huge, huge chance to win because well, Google it has the capital to make it happen too, has the talent to make it happen too. They're very, very smart people there. In fact, if you're trying to apply for working at Google, it's going to be a huge, huge process, especially the higher
Yeah.
end programming jobs. So they don't just they don't just take anybody. They pick the genius one. So they whatever they got to invest in, they're going to invest in. And by the way, it's a good idea to study companies. So at your spare time, just don't always think about making money. See how they build company from ground up. So you know how they think, so then you can react. Okay. All right. So another things I want to talk about before we move to what the product can do for you, all that stuff, is that if you look at the trend with Google, is no longer back the days is kind of what I call linear organic traffic ranking algorithms. They put the code in there. They're looking for keywords, you know, all the different backlinks. Then you rank your sites. But now it's all about communities. It's what I call the social ranking era. It's actually more valuable to have a backlink from real blog that's related to you than just build spamming links. So what is all that translate to as a marketer is at the end of the day, it's the people, it's the community that's going to make you the traffic, that's going to make you the money. So don't be out there spamming people. Don't be leaving me YouTube spamming comments below. Go out there, reach out for people in your same niche and build friendship, build that trust so you can exchange traffics. People do this on YouTube all the time. It's a community, even on Facebook, it's community, community, and communication, communication as well. So this is what the whole internet marketing goes. I think as internet marketing, we work behind lots and lots of computer here. We forgot that we're not dealing with the robot. At the end of the screen here is actually a human who has feelings, who has a sense of connections, have emotions, want to be connecting with you at all time. So don't treat them just like robot, almost just put a spamming message out there all the time. That doesn't build relationship. That doesn't build connections. Therefore, the Google, the marketing community is moving to that direction. If you're smart marketing, you're gonna see that and you're gonna take advantage of that. And one of the things that's gonna speed up this entire process is this product we're gonna talk about here in a minute. So let's talk about the name of the product, time of the launch, and who's gonna be really benefit for. At the same time, kind of tell us what exactly does this thing do.
Sure. So the name of the product is Traffic Elixir, and this is a software by Precious Wu. And this is a WordPress software that allows you to instantly get traffic to any link on the internet. It installs inside of your WordPress site like a plugin, and it allows you to set up campaigns with just a few clicks. And I'd love to show it to you in a few minutes, but I just wanted to mention a few details of it.
Mm-hmm.
So again, the name of the product is Traffic Elixir.
Mm-hmm.
Elixir spelled Elixir. It's like a potion. It's like a magic traffic potion for your website because it's a software, and it works for any links that you might have out there. Now, it's going to launch on June 26th. It's going to launch at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Precious actually has some unique bonuses for your viewers out there, Han.
Okay.
And I want to mention those bonuses. Shall
Okay.
I mention them now?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. So the first bonus is going to be called Video Traffic Machine, and this one sells for $85. And this tells you how to get more traffic to your website using videos. Videos are very important. We've talked about diversifying, and this is what this bonus is all about. It's yours absolutely free. You don't have to pay the $85 sticker price. There's another bonus called
I'll just
RSS
stop
Traffic
here.
Machine.
It's like commercial. He did not just stop here.
No, I just want to briefly mention these. I don't want to spend too much time on them, and I want to kind of give an idea for how broad of a product this becomes. At the end of the day, you get not only Google Plus that we've been talking about, you get not only Facebook, but you also get these wonderful things.
Mm-hmm.
With RSS Traffic Machine, which sells for $60, you get a premium software with a full license, and it is geared towards getting you traffic from RSS feeds, other websites that are posting relevant content. You don't have to pay the $60 sticker price. It's yours free. And then the third bonus is going to be called Instant Social Traffic. And this is going to be talking about getting traffic from social media. Basically an expanded version of our interview today with a lot more details, with a lot more numbers. It will come with a easy admin panel. It will come with 4 social networks that will pretty much expedite any kind of marketing process that you want to start. The software is yours free. It usually sells for $20. So immense value here with the bonuses. And now I want to kind of show you the product if you're ready to see Traffic Elixir in action.
So just wanna kind of stop here for a moment. So before we even review the awesome price, very affordable price, you have about $160+ worth of value we're gonna give away to you. So stay tuned here and watch this live demo right now that's gonna do.
Yeah, this is pretty much the whole point is to give you the control over your own traffic. And so, without further ado, let me go ahead and share my screen with you. Tell me when you can see me, and I will start right away. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, this is Traffic Elixir. You can see it in the left-hand panel over here. It's a plugin, very easy to install. What it does is it gets you traffic from those Google communities. It gets you traffic from those Google Plus circles, and it works by simply authorizing with your Google Plus account. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to click Authorize a new Google Plus account, and I'm going to authorize my own account here that I'm signed in with. This app needs to have offline access. If you need more information about that, that's over here. This app still has access to your account when your device is turned off. Okay, fine. You need to accept this once. If you want to, you can disable this later. But one click is all it takes to link up your Google account with your WordPress plugin. There I am. I'm right here. Now I can use my Google Plus network. I can use my Google circles to infiltrate traffic on my links.
Okay.
Now, do you have any questions at this point?
No, I say okay.
Oh, okay. This is pretty self-explanatory. It's very easy to use, and it's point and click. Here, let me show you one optional thing that you don't have to do, but you could do if you want to. This is Spin Rewriter. Okay, when it's going to come time to post links to your Google communities, you might want to have spun content. Okay, and spun content allows you to create unique titles for your links. And this is an optional step. You don't have to do it, but it is integrated with Spin Rewriter, which is a software that is separate. Again, you don't have to buy it. It's completely, up to you whether or not to use it, but it is integrated. It's a very popular software. Lots of people have it, and it was heavily demanded by Precious's customers. They really wanted this integration, so it's here. And
In fact, Spin Rewriter, I'm not, well, I am, but Spin Rewriter is probably one of the top spender rewriter software in its category. It's probably the ones that's closest to the human readable technology that's out there. It is a monthly fee, or if you get the lifetime access, but it's a separate different software. So what he did here, he using the API keys and integrate to it. So if you have an account with Spin Rewriters, this is great because you can just put your account info in there, and it will do the magic for you.
absolutely. So after you set up your Google account, you have to use the Traffic Elixir tab to actually post those links out. And I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. Here I have a couple of campaigns already set up. There are some demo campaigns here, but I'm going to walk you through the creation of your own campaign. Okay? As you can see, you can view the previous history, you can pause campaigns, you can edit them, you can delete them, but I'm just going to skip past all that, as I'm sure that you can pretty much figure it out by yourself. Nothing really extraordinary about something like a edit or a pause and a start button. Okay? Here's the extraordinary part. This is what you need to see.
Okay.
Click create.
I'm hold on to my chair right now, so.
Nail biter, right? You can create your own campaign right here. So let's say Hans demo. Here, I'm going to make it all one word. Select post and page to share. Suppose we want to share something about the ketone extract. It's a new health product out there. Here we're going to choose this post. You can also choose pages, but I don't have any pages. There's only one sample page. So I'm going to choose this post. Then I'm going to click on select post / page to share, and I'm going to click step next. Now, all I have to do is select which communities I want to infiltrate and which accounts I want to infiltrate, and that's it. So, for example, I have my health-related link that I've selected, and I have a couple of communities here. Here, I'm going to select this demo community here, and I'm going to select this account. Now, here's where the spun part comes in. You can put a spun format message in here and click the spin button to create unique messages, or you can custom enter your own messages one line at a time. So I'm going to just post Hans visitors.
Now, if you have video marketers, you want to use, this is where you put it.
This is where you would put the spun format, yes.
Yes.
So here's where I would put some sort of ketone extract related message. Ketone extract. And I could also put an optional media piece right here.
Right, that's what I'm talking about, the medium part. So if you want to rank your videos, you want to get those free views of your videos, that's where you put it.
Yes. I unfortunately don't have a demo video for video, but you could put it optionally here, or you could put a photo. So instead of a video, you would have a graphic that would accommodate the link that we selected earlier. Okay, we're gonna click step next.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool for ranking videos, but guys, if you're watching this, I know a lot of you are video marketers, so that's pretty cool.
And this is pretty much the last step. All we need to do is tell it when to start infiltrating, and set up a couple of other filters. Spread infiltration over how many days? Minimum infiltration time, how many minutes? Loop this infiltration, how many times? All of this is described in a user guide that you get. You are one click away from being done. Simply click finish. You don't need to change any of the default settings there with the scheduling if you just want to do the basic setup and get rock and rolling. Now you can view your infiltration history. You can, like I said, edit stuff. You could manage your campaigns from over here. You could pretty much look at the future of your campaigns if you have stuff scheduled, or the past if you've already done it. And very basic. about information over here in the last tab in case anyone's curious. Nothing really to check out here. What do you think, Han? How do you like the software that I've shown you?
That looks that looks pretty good because I haven't seen anyone that's post to. I think things posting fan page all the time, Facebook fan
Right.
page all the time. But this is probably well in my lifetime, the first one. There might be stuff out there I don't know about, but this is the first one I personally see that posts to the community page of Google, one thing I kind of want to see in improvement, maybe later on, free upgrades. I got to talk to Precious about this. Is ability maybe automatically post your personal blog into those people, just like
That would be awesome because then any personal blog could blow up through all the other bloggers. I mean, there are a
yeah,
lot of bloggers on
yeah,
Google Plus, and the great thing about using the software is that those bloggers who see the links that you post might actually give them a shout out on their blogs. So
mm-hmm,
that's how you could go viral. But the idea behind the software, again, isn't about virality. It's
mm-hmm,
not about scoring Google rankings or getting your videos to be #1 for a specific key phrase.
mm-hmm,
This is about instant traffic. You don't
mm.
need to wait. Those links can go out instantly. Those links can pretty much get traffic to your webpage as soon as you hit submit.
Okay, all right. So let's talk. This is a plugin, right?
Yes.
This is a WordPress plugin.
Sorry,
Now,
I'm out of focus a little bit here. Here we
Now
go.
let's talk about the most exciting part here. That is, what is the front end offer? What is inside of it? What do they get? What kind of license do they get? Do they get unlimited? I think the prices love to do that unlimited thing, but I don't know what he has in mind here. And what is the starting out price? Is it on diamond sale? And how many days you guys gonna keep this open? Or prices is gonna keep this open?
He's going to keep this open until a certain number of copies sells. I don't know what number he has decided on, though. So this will be a limited price offer, and is going to start out at $47. Okay, now one thing I can promise you is that it's not going to go down from there. It's only going to keep going up, and I don't know what numbers of copies Precious wants to sell before he does that price hike. So definitely check this out at launch time, and this is going to launch on the 26th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and is going to sell for $47. It's not going to be $97 or $197 like all those other fancy sweet softwares cost, but it will be rather affordable. Plus, there will be a full unconditional 30-day money-back guarantee, so that if you don't get the traffic that you've seen in the sales page, you will get your money back, no questions asked. That's Precious's personal promise.
Okay. All right. So, and by the way, I just got confirmed with the Precious here. I'm gonna kind of chat with him a little bit here. He said instead of launching at 11, he's gonna do, at least for my list, at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and he's gonna offering instead of 47. Vas is mentioning here for other people to get. You get a 1 hour period. Grab this at just $39. So if you wanna grab
Wow.
the lowest possible price, make sure you're making it at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time so you can grab this. I'm negotiating with him live right now, so I'm good.
That's awesome.
I got you guys the bonus, and I got you the early bird prices, so there's no more excuse to not get this, right? So let's
Yeah,
talk
I knew
about.
about the bonus. I knew about the bonuses, but I didn't know about the price. That's brand new to me.
Yeah, that's I just
Good for
negotiated.
him.
I just negotiated, and let's talk about the OTO. Well, by the way, I want to ask you, what kind of licenses do they get in the front end? Like, do they get unlimited usage of it, or just single site license, or what's the deal on that? Do you know?
You can create unlimited campaigns with the front end. There's no limit to how many websites you can promote.
Right, but how many website can you install the plugin to?
Oh, you can install it on unlimited websites as far as I know. I don't think there will be any limits on that. I don't know if there will be resale rights included, though.
Okay.
So I know that this will be a WordPress plugin that you snap onto your website. When I was given the review access to it, I was amazed because it was very easy to install and there was absolutely no activation code or anything like that. But maybe Precious has added something onto it since then. So definitely check out the sales page and it's always a good idea to read the sales page in its entirety. But I would say that for now, according to my information, yes, it's going to be unlimited, and Precious doesn't have any kind of plans to limit that. It would really cripple the product, I feel like. I feel like if
Yeah, I think
there was a limit, it wouldn't be good.
I just confirmed with him that he says it's unlimited, but only for your personal sites. That means you cannot put on your client site. So
Okay.
that's the front end offer. So, but you can put as many sites as many sites you personally own, but not your client sites or anybody else's site. You probably can't
There you go.
flip. You can't flip it with it either. But that's what the another the OTO is about. So let's talk about the OTO right now. What is it including inside the OTO?
Uh, Glad you brought this up. And yes, you can install this on unlimited sites that you own. Like I said, there aren't any resell rights included with the front end. And there actually aren't any resale rights included with the OTO either. But what is included with the OTO is an opportunity to maximize your time fivefold. If you are able to get 100 to 200 extra visitors with Traffic Elixir, then you'll be able to get 500 to 1,000 visitors with this OTO. And this OTO is called Traffic Elixir Immortality X. And it's an upgrade to 4 additional traffic sources that work in a similar fashion as Google+. It takes advantage of similar systems as Google Circles, except with other social media networks. We've talked about at the very beginning of the interview how Facebook and Google Plus right now are competing for the top spot because they're both publicly traded companies. They're both working towards getting as much data as possible, but there are also others. So with the OTO, you also get plugged into 4 additional networks, and those are Tumblr, Pinterest, Twitter, and Facebook. So in addition to Google Plus, that's 5 different networks that you get to take advantage of if you opt in to maximize the power of Traffic Elixir with the Immortality X version.
That's powerful. So this is for somebody who want to go all out, but everybody's situation is different. Perhaps this is the first product you see can post to different networks, but some of you out there already have other product, post to other network as well. So you don't want to overlay yourself. So I don't know how to answer that. But if you don't have anything like this post to different social network, I said get one. It's gonna help you with the free traffic and also ranking as well over time. All right, so that's how you get that. A lot of people ask me, how do you get fast-paced traffic? Well, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. This is how Pro does it, and it works. Okay. All right. So let's talk about the OTO2 here. By the way, OTO1 he just mentioned here has the exact licensing agreement, which is unlimited personal usage as well. Just want to make that clear.
I actually have the details of OTO2 right over here.
All right.
My other computer, and I want to pull them up right now.
All right. By the way, guys, while I'm waiting on him, if you want a developer license, that's gonna be OTO3, which we're gonna get into in a minute. It's what he called the agency license, agency access, or agency license. So I'm gonna ask him more about that in a minute here. Yeah. So here we go. Here we go, Vas.
Yes, I just got the scoop from Precious also on the second OTO. He is going to offer a upgrade to all of those people who want to take advantage of YouTube. YouTube is one of those social networks that, like you said, is reciprocal with their traffic, but what he's thought of is quite unique. He's going to take videos that already exist out on YouTube, and he's going to let you embed them on your website, but with your own captions. You're going to be able to put your own annotations inside of other people's videos, allowing you to take advantage of other people's content, but within the context of your webpage. So what that lets you do is it lets you clear up ambiguities of the video using the power of your website. So let's say that you have a pretty powerful Google Plus community. You have a pretty powerful, I don't know, YouTube subscriber channel, and you have a pretty powerful Facebook community. Well, now you're sending traffic from those to your webpage, and let's say that there's a video on that webpage. Well, now that you know what your community is like, you can tell them the details, you can fill in the blanks that the video didn't fill in for them. And that's what the second OTO is going to do for you.
Yeah. I'm trying to. Well, guys, I think I'm trying to get the either demo video from him or get the review access for this. I'm personally very interested at this. This is kind of borrow other people's video and make some money out of it. I think by talking about it, you probably don't get the concept, but don't worry about it. I'm gonna get that. I'll let you know all about what exactly that is all about. So let's talk about this, the third one, the agency access or agency license, what he called here.
The agency license will pretty much put you in full control of the purchase, and it will let you rebrand it, relabel it, resell it, give it away, do whatever you want to do with it. It's full unrestricted license for everything that is going to be listed on that OTO page, so definitely check it out.
All right, what's the starting out price for OTO 3?
I actually don't know what he's going to price it at. He hasn't told me that.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys are gonna find out. And what about OTO 2? Do you have the price on that?
I don't know the price on the OTO 2 either. I have the scoop on what it does, and I'm sure that it's going to do it, and it's going to do it great. And whatever price he charges for it is going to be fabulous. But I don't know the exact amount. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. So I'm trying to get a scoop, see if he reply in time. But either way, I'll find out for you guys, and a little bit later on, just kind of look out for another reason watching my review video, right? So anyway, Vas, I think that's all the question I need to ask you here today about all this, and thank you for spending the time with us. But before you go, I got one last question for you. Is in your opinion, a lot of people watching this interview, they know how powerful Google community going to be if it has not already been powerful. It's just probably in the background doing its own thing silently right now. But one day it's gonna blow up. That'll probably be too late for most of the marketers. You want to be there, be the first one to dominate the place before every other marketer jumps in, right? So that's what a smart marketer do, and they want to get this. They know this software is going to really save a lot of time and save a lot of money in the long run as well. To get that instant traffic to the blog or to the offer, to the opt-in from whatever they want to go to get for your offline clients as well. So they want to buy this. They want to have this. But everybody has a little voice in the back head tell them not to get it for whatever the reason it is. So my question to you, Vas, what makes this product so unique? You think everybody should go grab at this launching time?
Sure. This unique offer takes advantage of getting you instant traffic from Google. This isn't some sort of a shady link builder or some sort of a X-Rumor type software that goes out there and spams a lot of people. This stays within Google, it stays within communities, and it stays within a context where people kind of subscribe to opt into the links that they will receive. So when you're giving such targeted visitors, such targeted content, you can't not succeed. And if there's absolutely any reason why you don't get traffic with the software whatsoever, no questions asked, you get your money back. Full 30 days, risk-free offer. If it doesn't work for you, get your money back. Just try it. Google Plus is new. There isn't so much hype about it as with Facebook, but that's not to say that you shouldn't be on it. In fact, that's actually beneficial if you're the first one.
I think it's a good idea to almost exchange traffic. Also, if you're smart marketers, you will put opt-in form in there some way somehow. Okay, build your email list. So now you can combine the traffic and with the email list. That's even more powerful, because what you're gonna do, you're gonna recycling the traffic. You're gonna send Facebook to Google and Google community. You're gonna send a Google community to Facebook. So you always have this traffic. So every time you start a new site, a new fan page, a new community, you have that traffic control, because it's very essential you control your traffic once you get it, I mean, this software is great to get the traffic, but once you get the traffic, you have to figure out how to capture the traffic. So you be 100% of control of the traffic. Without control of the traffic, you have no business. You have to constantly out there hustling every single day to get the traffic. So one way or another, capture the traffic. That's my advice to you. So if you're using Facebook, that's great, but don't just focus on that traffic. You need to focus on this traffic as well. Then by a good strategy is capture that traffic so you can control the traffic, when to send it, how to send it, what to send at all times.
Plus, you get $165 worth of bonuses if you buy right now. Makes this a no-brainer. You get to keep the bonuses even if you get the refund.
Right. So those are not cheap bonuses. Those are really good bonuses here. Great bonuses here. All right. So just very quick update here. He did reply here. For OTO2, it's gonna be $49. So it's not that much off the front end offer of one. So for $49, only $49, you're gonna get 5 additional traffic sources you can post on. And for the this is probably blowing you guys away. For the agency access, that means you can do pretty much, if I'm understanding correctly, you can do pretty much you want to, whether you can resell it, you can do whatever thing you developerize, whatever you want to do with it. It's starting out at $97. It could be all the way going up to $149. So
it's going to be a dime sale.
Yeah. So that's the way I understand it. So from here so far. So I mean, if you get an agency license, you probably just want to even just sell 1 or 2, you're gonna make that money back instantly. So it's up to you guys. So I think that just want to kind of take that update before I let you go here. So Vas, thank you so much for being with us, and for those who are watching this, thank you for being with us right now. And you should be very excited because this is actually the first product does this kind of thing, and get that initial instant traffic, get that bonus, get that early bird prices, and watch out for my email tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Watch out my email for tomorrow. I'll get more bonuses as well, and I'm gonna get those videos ready for you to explain exactly what product does what for you inside that review video as well. Okay. All right. So stay tuned. Watching the demo video, watching the sales video. So you can get an overview of what this thing does, how much money, time, traffic is going to bring you. Okay? All right. So anyway, Vas, thank you so much again, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon.
Thanks, Han. Take care.
All right. Cheers.